And now it's time for Stordy time. And in tonight's story, it's the story of the Little Papi and Stella, part 2. That's right, little Pete. Now, we continue our story where Pauline, Tony, Dolores, Baby Lucia, the Little Papi and Stella, their new friend, have all gathered round in the Papi's den. And the Papi's been showing Stella his famous monsters of filmland, and to his absolute delight, she liked looking at the monsters. And everyone was really made up because that meant she'd be perfect to play with. But here's the thing. Can I go with you when you go to the comic shop next time? Because I can ask my auntie if I can have my pocket money, because I help around the house and I get my pocket money and I can go to the comic shop. And Little Papi said, well, it's usually just me and my mum that go, Stella. And she went, oh, well, that's okay then. That's all right. And he went, but we could go. We could all go to the comic shop. And Pauline said, yeah, that's perfect. We all go. And that's that. And Stella went, yay, that would be really cool. Right, back to the Germans. Who's in command of our group? And Tony said, and Little Papi said, Pauline, you're in command. You have to be in command. And she went, okay then, because I can speak a tiny bit of German too. Like Stein. And they went, okay then. And Auf Wiedersehen. And danke and nine. And what else can I say, Tony? Tony said, you can say schnell. And she went, oh yeah, schnell. And she went, right, okay. Well, seeing that you understand the Germans, let's get this map sorted out. Little Papi, do you want to put your famous monsters of filmland away? And he went, oh yeah, right. I'll just take it. I'll be back in a minute. And so Little Papi ran off. And he put his famous monsters of filmland away and he came back and went, right, so what's happening, Pauline? We've been looking at the map and we can see where the Germans are going to be. It's time to go to the Barnabas Hill. And Stella said, I can't wait. And then he went, yeah, and don't forget, we're going to need tons of stones, so fill your pockets. And then Stella and Dolores went, have you got pockets in your jeans? And Dolores went, yeah, I've got loads of room. And then Little Papi said, yeah, but don't forget the brand new one. And Dolores said, it's all right, it's okay, I'll be careful. And then Tony said, yeah, but wait a minute, we've got to do a couple of tests for Stella. And Stella went, tests? And he went, yeah, we have to make sure that you're combat ready. And she went, well, how are you going to do that? He went, when we get to the Barnabas Hill, I'll show you. And she went, all right then. So where's the Barnabas Hill? The Papi said, right, follow me to the Barnabas Hill. And so they all went, and then there was railings. And then Baby Lucia went, oh my dear Della, you put all the was up, and ship, I drop. And she went, you're going to shake, when we climb to the top of the railings, you're going to shake it until we drop. And Tony went, yeah, it's the way it's always been. It's a tradition. And she went, okay then. And Dolores couldn't hang on the longest. You just got to see how long you can hang on for. So Stella said, okay. Little Papi said, look, I'll go first. I'll show you. And don't shake it too hard. Like that. And he goes up like this and he's climbing up. And then, of course, they all started shaking it. Oh, I could just hang on a bit longer. Me fingers. And he dropped. And he went, right, I'm over. And so I said, oh, that was dead funny, that. The way he dropped. And Pauline said, yeah, wait till you see Tony doing it. And then Baby Lucia said, I'm better to the dollar, I'm better Doris, and for simple. And so she squeezed through the bars. And Stella went, that was cute. And then Tony said, right, it's my turn. So Tony again. And he went, yeah, and don't be shaking it violently. That's all. And so he climbs up. And of course, they shook as hard as they could. And Pauline's going, go on, Tony, see if you can hang on a bit longer. And he was going, how come it's shaking so much? And Dolores said, it's Stella. She's quite strong. And Tony said, you're telling me? And then he fell. And then Pauline said, right, it's my turn. And because I'm a lady, Stella, because I'm a lady, and I've got royal blood, you can't shake it too much. And he said, we won't. She got to the top and they shook as hard as they could. And Pauline went, and then she fell on the other side, where all the others were waiting. And Dolores said, Stella, do you want to go next? And Stella said, yeah, okay. So Stella, unlike everyone else, took a long run back and she ran, jumped onto the railings, and Tony went, wow! And she got to the top like that and she went, right, shake. And so they were shaking it while she was at the top of the railings. And they're going, oh, come on. And she's going, oh, no, I can't, hold on, I can't. Oh, give me strength, Lord. Poof. And she dropped. And Dolores went, well, it was a good try. And then Tony went, oh, here we go. And Pauline said, don't hang on too long, Dolores. Dolores said, I won't. So they all started shaking. Oh, that's the worst shaking yous have ever done, but I can still hang on. And she was holding on. And Pauline said, okay, just drop. And she went, oh, okay. And Stella said, how did you hold on that long? And she said, I don't know. It's the grip. And Tony went, yeah, the iron grip. And she went, right, so what do we do now? And Tony said, come on, we'll show you the Barnabas Hill. So they all followed Tony. And he went, right, this is it. And she went, oh, this is great, this. And he said, yeah, so now it's time. We'll see how great you think it is when we put you through your trial. And she went, trial? You said it was a test. He said, yeah, well, it's the same thing. And Little Papi said, yeah, you've got to go through a trial. We all had to do it. And she went, okay, what have I got to do? And he said, right, first of all, you got to lie down at the top of the Barnabas Hill. So she went, okay. So she lied down on his side like that. And then she said, and then one of us has got to push you down. You've got to roll all the way down without complaining. And she went, but I'll get filthy. And Tony went, exactly. And it's up to you to work out how to make yourself unfilthy. And she went, okay then. And Dolores said, okay, I'll push her. So then Dolores pushed Stella really hard. And then Stella went rolling down the Barnabas Hill. And then Tony said, is she crying? And Dolores said, no, she's laughing. Oh, that was brilliant. And she climbed up like that. And Little Papi went, oh, look, her knees are covered in muck. And Tony said, as it should be. And Baby Lucia went, up it, dip, on the top, it's a sub. And Tony said, what did she say? And then Dolores said, it says she passed that trial. And then Pauline said, right, the next one is, you've got to be bricked. And she went, what do you mean, bricked? And he said, we throw stones at you and you try. We aim to miss, though. We aim to miss. And you can't complain if you get hit with a stone because by accident. And she went, okay, but don't hit me in the face with them because I'll just throw them back. Tony said, you can't throw them back. It would have been an accident. We'll aim to miss. We're not going to aim to hit you. You've just got to, you can't move. So when we throw the stones, if you put your arm up or scream, then that's it. You've lost the trial. And she went, okay then. And so she said, right, begin. And Baby Lucia was looking around and getting her stones together. And so she threw the first three stones. And she got a bigger one. And two. Like that. And that one just missed Stella's foot. And Little Papi said, right, it's my turn. Right. People fear my stones, Stella. And so we got some stones like that. And he went, right. Whoa! And she went, that, I felt the wind go past me ear. And he went, yeah, that's right, yeah. But as she flinched, Tony, keep an eye on her. Tony said, no, she hasn't flinched yet. And he goes, all right, okay, this one will do it. And Pauline said, Little Papi, do you have to make that sound? And he went, yeah. To make it more real, Pauline. It's what happens in the war. Like that. And she went, oh. Okay, who's next? And Dolores said, I'll have a go. Right. And Stella still stood there like that. And she went, oh, that was good, that was good. That was a big one, that, Stella. If that had hit your head, there'd have been blood everywhere. So she could have another stone. And she threw it. Right, no, she hasn't moved. She's really good at this, Tony, not like you. You said, what do you mean, not like me? You wasn't there when I was initiated. I had bricks thrown at me and everything. The little pappy threw a whole half brick. And it landed right near me toe, near me foot. And she went, oh, okay. And she got under one. And she threw one and tried to hit as close as she could to Stella's foot. And it just went like that. She went, oh, that was close, that, Dolores. Very close. And Pauline said, right, I'm not having any of this. She's got to flinch a bit. So she gets a stone and chucks it like that. And Stella went, oh, like that. And she went, yeah, you're allowed to move your head. And she went, oh, thank God for that. So she threw another one. She went, oh. And then, this is my last one. She went, oh, that went through me fringe. And then Tony said, right, you've passed that one final bit. And Stella said, oh, what is it now? And Tony said, you've got to die properly. She went, what do you mean die properly? And she said, we choose different weapons to kill you with, and you've got to do a proper death. And she went, all right, then. He said, right, get against that. Let's go over to the 100-foot wall, and you wait there. So she went over. And he went, right, put your back to the wall. Right, what do you want? You've got it. You can only die by hand grenade, or by tank, or by a gun, or what else is there, Pauline? And Pauline said there's a bazooka, and an atom bomb. And she went, okay then. So Tony said, right, little Papi, it's your turn. And little Papi said, right, Stella, what do you want? And she went, I'll have a hand grenade, please. And he went, all right. She went, ah! And Tony went, yeah. Feeble attempt, but still a proper dad. And she went, right, okay. You went, you got to die properly. Little Papi, shower. And he was, all right. Tony, I'll have the sniper rifle, please. And he went, all right. And he went, oh. And she went, oh, that was a good death, that, little Papi. And he went, right, okay, see? And she went, right, all right. And then Baby Lucia. Della. And then Della said, can I have the atom bomb, please? And she went, Stella said, what's she doing? What are you doing? And she went, the bomb. And Tony said, yeah, what did she say? Little Papi said, she's just setting the timer on the bomb. Right. And then Pauline said, right, when I count to 3, everyone close their eyes so the flash doesn't burn your eyes out. And they went, all right, except Stella. And then Stella went, okay then. And she went, right, ready, 1, 2, 3. And Tony went, we'll die. And Stella said, I did. I just turned into nothing. And he went, oh, that's new. That's good. All right, then. Right. What do you want from me? And she went, a bazooka. And Tony went, right. And then Stella jumped. She said, I'm doing it in slow motion, this, that. And they went, oh, that was brilliant. And they all started clapping. And she went, thank you. Thank you. And Pauline said, right, okay then. Last one. What do you want it to be? And she went, the rifle, please. And Pauline said, certainly. So Pauline got the rifle. And she said, Dolores, let me rest that rifle on your head. So Dolores said, okay. So Pauline got the rifle and she rested it on Dolores' head. She read, right, have you got any last words? Because this is a firing squad death. And she went, yeah. One way or the other, you've all decided I'm a traitor and that's it. And Pauline said, okay then. She went, oh. And he went, oh, that was just like in the Battle of Britain. And Little Papi, what do you mean the Battle of Britain? The Battle of Britain, it was Spitfires, Tony. Spitfires. There were no rifles in the Battle of Britain. And the Little Papi said, well, not the Battle of Britain. The bridge over the River Kwai. And Tony and Little Papi went, that wasn't in Germany. That was in Japan, I think. And he went, right, okay. It was D-Day, the 6th of June. And he went, right, okay then. And then Stella got up. He said, well, how did I do? And he said, well, you passed, didn't you? That's perfect. You did really, really well. And Baby Lucia went, my $2. My $2. Bash. And she went, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I really enjoyed that. And she was still brushing muck off her dress. And she went, right, that was brilliant. Okay. And then Tony said, right, you are now officially a member of the Tilly mob. She went, the Tilly mob? He went, yeah, that's what we are. We're from Tillard Street, and that's it. We're called the Tilly mob. And she went, all right then. She said, right, back down to business. Let's have a look at that map. So Stella said, okay, well, which way are you coming? And then Tony said, right, where those arrows are, Pauline, you explain. And she went, all right. So where the arrows are, that's just going past St. John's Gardens and the museum and all the way to the Pierhead, and then there's the River Mersey, right? And that little blue bit there, that's the River Mersey. And then just around there's the Irish Sea, and that goes out to the Atlantic. And Stella said, yeah, but where are the Germans? And Pauline said, that's it. We don't know. Because they've got U-boats. And Stella went, well, what are U-boats? And Pauline said, these submarines that they've got. And they go under the water, under our ships and everything. And they just wait and wait and wait until our destroyers are all busy getting other Germans. And then what happens is they come up and they go screaming Schnell. And then everyone goes, what's that? And they turn around, and before they know it, the ship's going to get sunk by the Germans. So what we've got to do is we've got to keep an eye out for them, because wherever there's U-boats, there's loads of Germans, and they can get out of them submarines and come onto the land and attack us. So Stella said, okay, so we've got to guard the beaches. And Tony went, yeah. Just like Winston said, we shall fight them on the beaches, and we'll fight them with pitchforks and bricks. And Stella went, is that what he said? And Tony went, yeah. And it was years ago. And she went, all right then. So we're going to, okay, so that's what we're going to do. And Pauline said, yeah. Now, the thing is we have to decide, two of us are going to now pretend to be Germans getting on the beach. Who's it going to be? And her Baby Lucia went, my teachers are about a plane. Pour on the teacher on the diamonds. And then Pauline said, that's a good idea. Stella, do you want to be English or a German? And Stella said, I'll be English, please. And Dolores said, I'll be a German. I haven't been a German. And Pauline said, okay, I'll be a German. We're two German Fraulines, and we get out the submarine, out the U-boat, onto Waterloo Beach and walk down to Liverpool from there, along the beach. And Stella said, okay. She said, right. And we're pretending to be just like normal Liverpool girls. And Stella says, all right then, like that. So what are we doing, Tony? Tony said, well, we're all talking about the war and how quickly we can win the war and stop the German menace from taking over the world. And Stella said, all right then. And then what do we do? And Tony said, we just see what happens. And she went, okay. And so all of a sudden, Little Papi says, oh, look at those two young ladies walking along there with blonde hair with pigtails. And Stella goes, oh yeah. And she goes, hello? Like that. And Stella goes, hello? Who are you then? She goes, I'm the ragman's daughter, and this is my other sister, the other ragman's daughter. And I went, all right then, pleased to meet your ragman's daughters. And so he said, yeah, but here's the thing. What are you doing here, walking down the beach on your own when there's a war on? And then Dolores goes, well, what it was we needed to go for a fresh of breath air, didn't we? Fraulein Paulina. And she goes, yeah, that's exactly what we were doing. We came out for the fresh air because we were sick of being stuck in and not being able to come out. And so he went, right, okay then. And why are you walking this way? And Pauline said, because this is the way that we wanted to walk. And he said, all right then. And then Little Papi said, right, I have to ask you a few questions. I'm sorry, but there is a war on and there's all kinds of shenanigans going on in the river out there. And Dolores went, well, what kind of shenanigans? And he said, all kinds of filthy, dirty shenanigans because there's Germans under the water in U-boats. And Pauline went, really? And she went, yeah. And then Dolores whispered to Pauline. And then Pauline went, jawohl. Like that. And Tony said, hang on a minute, did you just say jawohl? And Pauline went, yeah. We're German spies. And then Dolores said, right, put your hands up. That's it. You're coming back on the U-boat with us back to Germany to be interrogated so that you can tell us what these maps mean and what's what going on in England. And so they said, well, we're not going nowhere, are we, Stella? And Stella said, we're absolutely not going anywhere. Don't take any notice of these two. Listen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us and there's only 2 of you. And Pauline said, yeah, but we're the ones with German guns called Lugers. And Stella said, that's all right. Guess what we've got? And Pauline went, what? We've got Smith and Wesson little revolver things that can shoot 50 bullets, just like that. And Pauline said, I've never heard of that before. And Stella goes, of course you haven't heard of it before, because it's a British invention. We invented it. We stuck an extra 40 bullets in the 10 bullet thing. And she went, like that. And then Dolores went, but we're under orders, Fraulein Paulina. And Pauline said, yeah, we are. We're under orders from the Führer himself. And Tony said, well, look, you have to tell the Führer that, you know, it doesn't matter about the orders. There's more of us than you. Not only that, you've only got socks on. And Pauline said, because we didn't want to get our shoes wet in the sea. And then Stella said, well, that's too bad, isn't it? Because now you can't run after us. If we leg it, what are you going to do? Shoot all 4 of us with your Luger, which has only got 1 bullet in there. And Pauline said, how do you know it's got 1 bullet in there? And she said, because I had one of them and it was crap and I changed it to this one. And she went, all right then. So Dolores said, right, we're not coming with you anyway. We're going back to the ship, aren't we? We're sorry that we interrupted you and we're sorry we told you we were German spies. Come on, Pauline, let's go. And Stella said, just wait a minute. You're not going nowhere. You're our prisoners now. You're our prisoners. Do you understand? Our prisoners. Tony, grab that big one. And so he went, the big one? And she went, yeah, Fraulein Pauline. And he was, all right, okay. So Tony said, right, come in here. Give me that. Come and see here. And Pauline went, listen, we're sorry. We're just sorry. It was a mistake. And so he said, doesn't matter. Give me that Luger. And so Pauline gave him the Luger. And then Stella said, yeah, you give me yours as well, you. So Dolores gave it a hand. She said, and don't be smiling like that. Tony, tell her, smile like that one more time and I wipe that smile clean off your face, girl. Now get walking. Come on, ahead of us as well. No walking behind us and trying to stab us. And then Dolores went, we won't. Like that. And then they went off like that. And then Baby Lucia went, acto. And Tony said, what did she say? And Little Papi said, Tony, I thought you'd cleared your throat. He said, it was just a bit of dust. Little Papi said, right, what she said was Achtung in German. It means stop. And then Stella said, what are we stopping for? And Little Papi said, Baby Lucia, what are we stopping for? And then Baby Lucia was looking around for stones. And she threw one at Dolores. She went, ow! Like that. And then she threw another stone at Pauline. Like that. Pauline, ow! Baby Lucia, that hit me. And she went, oh, but a spy? And she went, oh, yeah, it was spies. And then Stella said, right, go on, get walking. And you, stop smiling. She went, I'm not smiling. It was just, it was a hair in me nose. Like that. And so Pauline said, right, we're going. Like that. And then Stella said, you have to be careful with them German girls. And Tony said, I know. What are we going to do now? And she said, well, we're going to put them in jail, aren't we? And then we're going to send them to British intelligence so they can get the information from them. And so he said, it's a really good idea, that. And so they got them. He said, right, Now, exactly where in Germany did you come from and how long did it take? And Dolores went, it took 3 hours because we had to get a bus and then a boat and then a bus and then a boat. And Tori said, all right, and how much did it cost? And she went, how much did it cost, Pauline? And she went, it cost loads of Deutschmarks. And the little Papi said, Deutschmarks? And she went, yeah, that's what they have. They don't have pennies and shillings in Germany. And he went, oh, did you know that, Tony? He said, I think so. And then Baby Lucia came round. Ah, and Stella said, is she? I told you. One more, I tell you what, one more smile out of you. I'm going to put a balaclava over your head the wrong way round. And Dolores said, oh, please don't do that. She went, you mean please? I'll do what I want. You're our prisoners. Shut up and get in that corner. So they got in the corner like this. And she went, right. Now, we're not going to ask you again. You got here from Germany. Where in Germany did you come from? And Pauline said, Munich. And Dolores said, Berlin at the same time. And she went, right, which one is it? Berlin or Munich, you lying German Schhpies. And he went, okay, we came from Berlin, straight from Hitler's bunker. And I went, right, and where's that? It's a bunker and it's in Berlin in the corner part. And I went, right, okay then. That's it, that's all we need to do. Let's hand them over to British intelligence. And Tony said, well, who's going to do that? And Little Papi said, I'll do it, it's okay. Right, ladies. Well. We've caught you red-handed walking along the beach to Liverpool, thinking you own the place and thinking you're going to take over the world. Well, we're here to tell you that it's all going to stop and that's it. You're going to have to tell us exactly where the fjord is and what time he'll be in and what time he has his dinner and stuff like that. Until I said, well, he's in all the time because he doesn't come out the bunker and he eats when he feels like it. And Little Papi said, right, okay then. Well, that's all the information we need. Right. Okay, so you're going to stay there, and then a truck's going to come, and then you've had it then. And he said, what do you mean we've had it? We've had our interrogation. And he went, and Little Papi said, no, you haven't been interrogated. I just asked you questions. Just asked you a few questions to make sure you were really German and not anyone else. And he went, okay. And then Stella said, yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're going to go to jail for being really, really naughty Germans. And for having the cheek to walk along our beaches thinking you could just grab us and take us back to Germany. Well, you're not on, right? Okay? So now what's going to happen is that when that truck comes, you can say goodbye to daylight. You won't be seeing the sun again for years and years and years. You'll be old women by the time they finish with you. Won't you, Tony? And so he said, yeah, you're dead right. Yeah. And Little Papi said, yeah. Do you remember that German spy that got grabbed? And she was just our age. And then the next minute, she was an old woman after she'd been in jail for years. And Tony went, yeah, exactly. And they went, oh, we'll tell you anything. We'll tell you anything. And Little Papi said, good. Just as I expected. The end. Now, did you like that little story, Little Pete? And would you like to be all snuggled up with the mammy and the pappy? And with Baby Lucia and Tony and Stella and Pauline and Dolores and little Joni with her baby and Marlon and Al and Olivia and be all snuggled up to watch the story of the Little Papi and Stella Part 2? Then that's what we will do. Now, let's give the lovely mammy a nice love and a hug and a kiss. Come on, Baby Lucia. Oh, is it a spies? Yeah, the spies will be able to give the mammy a kiss and a hug too. Okay, come on, Tony. Come on, Stella. There you go. Come on, Pauline. Come on, Dolores. Right, now that we're all nice and snug and we finished our adventure, it's time to say night-night, everyone.